5, 4. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is the VG Purist. I'll be coming at you with a gameplay of Northgard, and this is going to be developed by the people of Shiro Games. And so this is a strategy game based on Norse mythology in which you control a clan of Vikings vying for the control of a mysterious newfound continent. You get to build your settlement on a newly discovered continent of the Northgard and assign Vikings to various jobs such as farmer, warrior, sailor, lore masters. And you also need to manage your resources quite carefully and survive harsh winters that will come every year. And not only that, but you'll have lots of different ways of trying to achieve victory, such as conquest, fame, lore, trading, all kinds of fun. But I'm just gonna go and play the single player at the moment because that's what I'm used to. Right now the multiplayer is a little bit bunk. I'm not sure if they changed it yet for multiplayer, but they can definitely see where your army units are, and they can get quite annoying and just poke at you, and it's just, they've just played the annoying game, and you do it too, but it just gets a little bit too annoying then. I would a little bit rather play against the AI at the moment because they are a little bit more predictable and you can still have lots of fun playing. So I'm starting up, and there are right now 6 different clans you can play, and they all have their different strengths and weaknesses. So this one here, you start off with plus 75 food, wood, and crowns, and then when I get enough fame, and that's the thing in the game that you can gather up, and here once I get up to 200, this clan will get 150 food, wood, or crowns, and a plus 10 stone. And then at 500 fame, then I'll be able to upgrade buildings and gain additional 10% production bonus. But if I say I wanted to get more attack oriented, then this is the clan for you, Clan of the Wolf. And every time I kill wolves or brown bears, then I get meat off of them, which is really nice. And then of course military units, 30% less food, and then it will provide more happiness for your guys. And then of course 200 fame, get assault. Military units gain 50% attack bonus when fighting outside of your territory. And then the berserker, he can colonize cleared areas for absolute free at 500 fame. So pretty good stuff. We're just gonna play one of these guys there. One of my favorite clans to play was the Clan of the Bear, but I just kind of want to show some stuff. I'm going to start off with this one here because a little bit of a quick start, and I'm not going to get too far into it, but yeah, let's just jump into the game and play the Clan of the Stag. So now I'm going to start up. The nice thing about this game is that, boy, I've played about over 80 hours so far in the beta, and it is a pretty darn good game, I have to say. This is not one of those games in which it's just like, you know, put it down. This is a really nice game. And also, the way that this game is played is in about an hour and a half to 2 hours, the game will end. It's not one of those games that will just kind of keep on going forever. It will end after a while. So, or actually after a short while. I mean, I don't know how much you've played of other real-time strategy games, but you could play for hours and hours and never really get done with it. Yes, so this game is a little bit like Settlers in a way. You have to go province by province. It is going to be real-time strategies. There's no way to pause the game or slow it down or anything like that. It's all just real-time. So you really need to manage your village, especially when it gets really large, and still continue to do well. So now I'm going to just hit this and gain this land right there. And one thing you got to note is that it's all about being able to move towards the adjacent territory, scouting it out with your advanced scout. Right there, I took that land over, and it is nice fertile land here, so I'm going to actually put down some fertile land. I'm going to get a villager to start building it, and this advanced scout, I'm going to make him run to the next spot. So little things like that helps me out. So there is going to be some provinces with some AI units. So here's some wolves. They have 10 attack power, 3 defense, and 50 health. They're not too bad to take out. One wolf is about 1 warrior, and if there's 2 wolves here, I need about maybe 1.5 warriors, or just 2 warriors to really just be sure. And oh, look at this here. This is the shipwreck right here. So I'm actually going to colonize this area. And this shipwreck, I can use my scout, and I'll get crowns and wood off of this. So on the map itself, they have some pretty nice stuff, some different stuff here and there that can really help you out in the game. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So instead of scouting out this area, I'm going to go ahead and do that. The first attack should be coming soon. I could be playing against one of the clans, I forget which clan it is, but one of the clans can use the ships and attack you from behind as long as you're on the shore. So that's exactly why I want to build this tower right here, and not only that, but also defend against these wolves here. And actually there's a bad spot to put it, so I'm actually going to put it right in here. You want to actually put this tower in the back of your area so that when you get attacked, then the units will have to go through hell and high water to get to your tower to actually take it out, and that's really nice. They can't exactly attack your buildings straight out. It's unlike some of these other real-time strategy games such as StarCraft and things like that where you can attack the buildings. No, you can't do that. You gotta take over the province, and as long as the other people do not come, then you'll slowly take it out over time, and then the buildings will burn down once you take that province over. So that right there is the biggest difference here. So you don't need to worry about, oh, is this building way out in the open here? No, you just gotta worry about your tower because it can actually get hit, but all the other stuff, no, it's not the truth here. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get more wood cutting. Now the one thing about the wood is that it's also unlike some of these other games where if the wood goes away, then you need to just get up and go somewhere else. No, that's not. Also the thing in this game is as long as you have the wood here and it's cutting, then they'll never run out of wood. Trees will just regrow back by themselves. And here we go. I got the 200 wood, 100 kroners for that. Actually, not kroners, but crowns. I'm playing too much Europa Universalis, but yeah, it's one of those really nice things you could have. So I'm actually going to go and build a trading camp. And there, each province does have a cap on buildings, so it has 3 cap here. And there's no mine, so I'm going to put my trading camp for my warriors right there. And I'm going to put a villager on it to build it. And right there on top left, I can see what type of different victory conditions can be attained here. Domination, there are 3 other AI villages here in this game, all different clans. And also, you can win by fame, so you need to have 12 areas controlled. You have to have gained 1200 fame, and I have to build the Altar of Kings. And then I can win by trade, so I can have just 2,000 commercial influence, or build a lighthouse, or here wisdom. I can have 4 blessings from the gods, and then have at least 4 active lore masters or sailors to win this game. Alright, so here a little special land piece there. So forest gives my wood production 10%, so if I had the woodcutter there, then that would be a whole lot more choice. So here I can actually do a feast, so +2 and 20 bonus to all production, and get happiness for 1 month and gain 20 fame for doing it. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I have about 200 food, not a big deal. That's exactly what I want, and I will actually get back to food pretty quickly afterwards. So don't have to worry about, oh boy, I'm gonna spend food to actually get this, but it's totally worth it. Totally. So at this point here, I'm just gonna build here, and I'm gonna get my 2 warriors. And the reason why I want to do that is so that I can kill these wolves over here, and I really want to get this forest tile right there. And not only that, but these wolves will attack. Now, they do have these borders that cannot be crossed whatsoever, so these high cliffs cannot be crossed over. So at this moment, nothing else is touching these areas except for this part right there. So I'm going to colonize this area, and now these little areas are going to be a bit safe. The wolf may attack me pretty soon right here, but I'm not really worried at this moment. I am just going to displace here and put the woodcutter shop right there, get a village over here, and then I'm going to move my woodcutters over there a little bit later on. Now, one thing to note is that when you have your guys assigned as job, say this woodcutter, I cannot use him as a villager to go fix up stuff or build things. I have to instead move him to this town hall and convert his job into what is the villager. So that right there, you gotta think about and plan out. Not only do you have to plan out, but you get lore, and then each lore does give you a track that you can build. So here is a trading track. You get all these different types of upgrades, and each clan is a little bit different in these trees than the others. So say if I was playing the clan of the wolf, then right here, instead of defensive strategy, it's things that will, every time I kill a unit, I'll gain money. And was it this one here, I get skulls will produce +1 crowns. So since I'm only at -1 with the crowns, I'm going to get the trading to make sure that the gold is alright. Now if I was playing multiplayer, then having lots of crowns is really key so that you can keep up the attack, keep pumping out units, and make sure that you have enough of the money to either buy gold, buy units, buy whatever you need. So I'm going to do that, take that out, and I'm going to change this into nothing. So I'm going to destroy that building, but I already built another woodcutter's lodge over here, and now I'm going to be gaining the 10% bonus for it. And here's a neutral camp, the Jotun camp, and so they're peaceful and they'll trade food with you, and then they may actually eventually join me. So yeah, pretty cool stuff here. That's really nice actually. So I'm going to think about building a trading post here so that I can begin trading, and then eventually I can have my very own giant, and he has 20 attack power, 18 resistance, and loads of health here. So I'm going to build that here because when these guys come and attack me, then I'll be alright. Now, this is a really good spot for me, and this has a whole bunch of mines for the stones right there, and I use that to upgrade my buildings and get certain units and build certain things as well. So I mean, that's going to be really nice to have here. I have a couple of warriors here, and it's going to move back to my keep them there because I haven't built the tower yet. Now when my guys are a little bit attacked and they are down in health, they will lose out on their production bonus. Well, not bonus, but just their production. So when they are down in health, I gotta make sure that they're back to maximum health so that they'll have so that they'll be at full health, and that they'll be able to have maximum efficiency at mining or foraging or what have you. And as I said before, 80 hours of gameplay, loads of fun to be had in this game. And I haven't met up with the other units. The one downfall of this game here is that this game, even though this will end about an hour and a half to about 2 hours of playing it, it can get a little bit campy. It is a little bit slow at first, and so right here, even right now, I don't necessarily have a lot of things to do at the moment. I'm just kind of staring at my clan, just kind of plotting out and planning what I'm about to do next, but at this moment I'm not really doing much except staring. But later on, then it gets a whole lot more fast paced and things are happening, and then there's no way to slow down the game, so there's kind of the fun of it as well. Right here I'm at the -6 food production, and as you see there, it's not one of those things where I'll keep losing in increments of 6. This is just a time modifier in which that's how much I will be losing. And actually, this is not really working. I just got a farm, and that's not really that great. I need either some place to fish, or I need a hunting spot where I'm hunting deer. That gives me better food production, especially over the winter. The farm is really great, it gives me large quantities over the summer, but during the winter it is not as good. And that's kind of why I'm having a little bit of food issues at the moment. So yes, and there we go, guys. All these little different stuff. I'm building this food silo. This food silo, not only it makes me immune to a certain event. There are going to be events that happen every single year, sometimes 2 events, but this does protect me against the rats. And as long as I have the silo here, then my food will be protected, and that's really great. Now I'm actually making extra 10% food, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get my other villagers that are foraging at this spot right there to move to this area, and now I will be getting more food production. Now instead of -6, I'm at -4, so it will decrease down a whole lot slower, and of course I will be able to survive this winter, and that's my first winter right there, guys. And the really cool thing about this game, it changes atmosphere. There's rain, there's fog, there's snow, as you can see on the ground, and not only that, but food production will be reduced here. Military units gets minus 30 power when fighting outside of my territory, and food production is reduced, and wood consumption is increased because I'm lighting fires to make sure that my guys are okay. So what happens when this goes down and I lose enough wood that I don't have any more wood anymore? Well, so here, if I don't have any more food during the winter or any time for that matter, then what happens is that my guys will go hungry, and then it will produce a bit of a spiraling effect here. And that's not necessarily a good thing, because then people will start going unhappy, people will start getting sick because there's not enough wood for fire, and so they'll get sick, they'll get cold, and they will die. And again, that does cause a bit of a spiral out effect in which one guy dies, the next guy dies, then the food is not going to be fixed, and just all hell really breaks loose. So 120, and of course there it goes up in increments every time I do colonize more lands. And now I will be able to get another farm. Alright, so here I could get more scallops, produce more crowns for me. Not necessarily worry about the crowns at the moment. What I want to do is get the sharp axes so that I can get the colonization, so I can reduce the amount of food to get one area. And that's kind of what I would do at this moment, is do that. And there you go. Right now it's a bit foggy, and because of that, it just limits my eyesight. It limits my line of sight here, which is not really so great to have. Alright, and there's some stones right there, so I'm going to go and grab stones here after he's getting wood. Right now, this is my population cap. When I do have happiness and I have open population cap, then my town hall will automatically make the next villager. This is kind of cool because you don't have to worry about whether or not, oh wait, I need to get my villagers out, I need to get this and out. No, you don't have to worry about that. You can just go ahead and get whatever you need. Just worry about other things, and then your villagers will just pop out all by themselves. Now, the only bad thing is that it will pop out to the point where if you have a lot of population cap, then it will go to -1 happiness and force you to either fix it or get somebody killed or something like that. So this is one of those things where, hey, great, I don't have to think about it, but at the same time, I kind of do. So yes, definitely one of those things. But yeah, that is really great. Lots of fun to be had. Chieftain right now, at this moment, I am pretty much in line with the rest of the clans here, and it does rate you. So right now I'm at 5% in the fame, but another one here is at 6%, so he's at #1. But right here, my trade is at 0%, but so is everyone else, so everyone's tied there. But their wisdom, 3%. These other guys also going to be 3%, but this one's 4%, so he's in the lead. Just barely, but Yggdrasil is actually going to be in the middle of the map. So each time you play in the middle of the map, there's going to be something usually different. Right here, in my case, there's Yggdrasil, and the world tree is threatened by evil forces, so I colonize the area, become protector of Northgard, and achieve victory. So as long as I'm able to have Yggdrasil for a good number of time here, then I colonize the area and I keep it for a certain X amount of months, then I'll be able to win the game. So that adds yet another victory condition to be had. So on top of these normal 4, there's going to be a 5th one that's going to be added on by, depending on the random nature of the map that you're going to get. So in this case, it's going to be Yggdrasil. And that right there really makes a big difference here, how I'm going to go and plan out and play this game. Alright, so my healer, he just wanders around when he does nothing, so I don't want him to just do nothing. So I'm going to go, like I said before, make him back into one of those journeymen, and then after that, get him on over here. So right here I have 2 farms, and so that's really bad. I gotta make sure that my silos are created so that when I am doing food production, then it'll be increased by 10%. And make sure that my food, right now what I'm really aiming for is about double digits for both. And actually what I could do is just build a house. I don't care. Not necessarily what I want to do all the time. I usually like to upgrade my town hall before that, but I'm just going to go ahead and get the second house and get that going. And then as soon as this guy's done with this food silo, then I'm going to have him mine. And there are different things that you can do here to actually help with that as well. So I'm going to do another feast. And here I can actually use tools here to improve my guys. It takes 5 tools and some odd of money. And then I can upgrade my farmer. He'll get more food. I can get more wood from my woodcutter if I upgrade them. So just different things that you can upgrade after that. So not just limited to one little thing. And so now I got that house up. So what I'm going to do actually now is build my longship dock. That helps not only get gold, but it will help me get extra lore. That's really nice there. And one more thing to add here is that I do have special units. Everybody can hire a war chief, but like I said, there are some clans that gives you different things. So the war chief here for the wolf clan is a berserker, so he hits a lot harder and a little bit faster. And then the other one is a shield maiden, so she's a little bit more high on that defense. So I mean, just some different things you just gotta think about. And here there. And one more thing to note is that it's all time based. It doesn't matter if they have a path to this food silo or not. I can actually block it off and they'll still produce food because this is just all a time thing. As I've said before, whatever your production is, it's all an increment of time and not necessarily, oh, my unit can't get to my silo to drop off the food. No, that's not the case. Not the case whatsoever. Alright, so here I see red right here, so they are over there to the top left. Or maybe to the left, and maybe I'm at south. Here, this is going to be my mini map, and I don't exactly know where I'm at. So I'm going to get into the longship with both of my guys right there. And what I'm going to do is, on the longship, I can choose to gain more fame or more lore. But at the moment, since I just began, I'm just going to get more lore so that I can get more of these upgrades faster and get my guys up. And only a little bit later on will I change it to fame for the end game. Oh, here's a little special spot here. Thor's Wrath, Ancient Place of Power, gives you 5% attack bonus to the military units. And right here, if I colonize it, then I get 30 fame. And right here, Swamp, it's just hard to build in this area, but the nice thing is that it's a very defensive setup here. So this is a really good front line to have. I can put my tower way in the back, get my units back here, and then if I get invaded, then they'll have to go through a lot of obstacles to try to get to me. Alright, so I'm going to upgrade that so I can colonize for a lot less price. So there's 3 Drogers there. Normally, those Drogers, as I said before, look, you can see they're 10 attack power for that guy. And then for my warrior, he's 10 attack power, so they're about equal. So I just got to make sure that I have slightly more units than the other guy. Of course, I need to make sure that I have the tower right there. And then the next thing I'm going to do is build an extra camp. I usually like to put it all in the same spot. So I could actually develop the area. It takes 100 crowns to do so. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that. I'm going to build up this area so I have one extra spot for a building to get that going. I kind of like to put the military buildings in the same spot just so that it's easier to remember where everything's at. My scout has died, and that happens after a while. Not a big deal. And there we go. I'm going to take over the spot and I'm going to have this area here, and then I don't need to worry about this area because this neutral clan won't attack me. So I can actually take down this defense tower because it does cost me building upkeep per year to actually have. So one of those things here you gotta note is that you gotta make sure that you are alright there. So there they go. Silos have protected me from the rat infestation for that event. But the rats did spread a disease, so that's not really so great. So I'm gonna go and put this guy back here, and I have a farmer there. So I got one guy, so he's sick right here, or she. And I'm actually going to put 2 people here to heal faster. And make sure that my guys don't die. If they die, it's not a big deal, but I don't want to get too far set back by having my guys die. It does take, as I said before, time for my guys to come back. So that's good, guys. Hope you guys have enjoyed this gameplay review of this game. Thanks so much for joining me. More games like this, strategy role-playing games to come on my channel. If you like what you see here, please subscribe and like my videos. And hopefully, guys, I'll see you next time for more. Yes, I'm gonna get these guys.